Hey guys, thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to be learning all about our D-shape movable chords, and we're going to be learning Fly Me to the Moon using these D-shapes. So if you would like to learn how to play these D-shapes, this is the video for you. There is going to be a PDF, and you can download it by clicking the link in the description, and it takes you to my website, simplyguitar.com. But until then, I think we just get going. So you may know some of your bar chords already. Some of them might be like this. This one's an E shape. And this one's because it's built around that E chord, right? Now, if I played an A shape, this is also built around the A chord, okay? Now, the D chord shape, the D shape, we also have movable shapes for these chords. So let's have a look at those 5 D shapes in an open position. We start with the major. Then we have minor, minor 7, major 7, and then dominant 7. Sometimes you just see this abbreviated to 7, so this would be a D7. Now, all of those shapes are movable. Now, a simple tip to move these up. Play the chord open, so I'll use the major as an example. Swap your fingers round so that your first finger's hanging off, and then move up by 1 fret and place the root note there. And that works for all of the shapes. So this is a movable major shape that I'm doing now. Now, if I wanted to do, let's say, a movable 7 shape, movable D7, play an open D7. Swap your fingers round so your first finger's hanging off, move up by 1 fret, and then place the root note in 1 fret higher. That gives you a movable D shape. Okay, so we've got these 5 shapes. How do they look further up the neck? Let's have a look. The major shape, when we move it up the neck, looks like this. The minor shape looks like this. The minor 7 shape looks like this. The major 7 shape looks like this. And you could also play it with 3 fingers, like that. I actually prefer to bar it with my little finger on the major 7 shape. And then finally, we have the dominant 7 shape. Now, of course, whatever chord down here in the open position, we might have a different or altered or extended chord. We could move it up the neck, but let's just focus on these 5 today. Let me just play you through Fly Me to the Moon, and then I'll teach you it. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Okay, it sounds really nice, doesn't it? And what we're doing is we're placing those movable chord shapes that we learned earlier with those different root notes. So we start on the A minor 7. And what we do is we find the A note. And then we place the minor 7 shape. And then next we have a D minor 7. We find the D note. There it is. And we play that D minor 7 shape, right? Okay. After that, we have a G. Find the root note again. And by the way, I'm always using this octave trick to help me. And I'm finding that 7 shape. After that, we have C major 7, C7. And then we have F major 7. B minor 7 flat 5. This is on the PDF as well. It's 9, 10, 10, 10. Okay, really nice one. And then we go to E7. You could play it down here. Or, of course, we're doing D shapes. You could play it up the neck. Okay, same chord in 2 different octaves, right? And then we have A minor 7. And then going to that dominant. So that's an example of playing kind of 2 chords in the same position, swapping between those, right? And then it goes back up to D minor 7, sorry. And then G7. And then we have C major 7. And then E minor 7. A7. D minor 7. And then G7. C major 7. B minor 7 flat 5. And then E7. Okay, so apart from learning this to get better at our D shapes, how can we use it to kind of improve our playing? And when we're practicing our looping or anything like that, maybe if you're accompanying someone else on the guitar, maybe they're focusing on the kind of the lower down chords, and you'd like to do these kind of these higher up chords, right? It's a really nice little thing to do. So what I'll do is I'll try and loop this round and I'll give you an idea. So I'm just going to play Fly Me to the Moon with some kind of different chord shapes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how those chords could fit over the top. Okay, so that's my chords that I'm going to loop round. Now, the melody, of course, fits over the top. How's it go? Yeah? So now with those chords over the top. Okay, now we've looked at the chords, the melody, let's just look at a bit of improvising, and we'll use the melody to help us with this. So the melody is in A natural minor. We could think of this as C major as well, like this, ready? Yeah, and it kind of goes all the way up, and you could also think of it as C major, okay? Although we're probably focusing around that kind of A note here. So start by playing that melody. Get used to playing that melody. Remember, you can slow down the video there as well if you need to. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll play a bit of the melody and I'll swap into improvisation. So I'll play the bit of the melody that I know first. So here we go. Okay, now I'm going to make it up. Okay. Now the bit I know. I love you. Okay, so let's do it again. I'll start on the lower octave, right? Well, guys, I really hope you enjoyed that little session today on Fly Me to the Moon and how to practice those D shapes at home. I really hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you on the next lesson. So please do like and subscribe, and maybe leave me a comment to let me know how you get on. But until then, we'll see you soon.